Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
All right, welcome to another Friday night edition of the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darlings. Cheers. Turn up.
Woo! Somebody's birthday.
Woo!
Red wine. What do you get? You got 2 drinks in the world?
One for the left hand, one for the right hand.
Okay.
Woo!
All right.
Happy birthday.
You got red wine, and the other drink is the Burgo Benjamin.
Yes.
So I'm talking about that a little later.
Yes, darling.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Voulez-vous coucher? Oh, that's a different thing.
Okay.
How you doing tonight, Ketel?
I'm fine. How about you?
I am wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Be ye ever wonderful.
What's up with you, Papa?
You know, living the dream.
All right.
You living the dream, Papa?
All right.
I am not mad at that.
All right.
Live your dream. I'm in a mode of be ye ever wonderful. Stay exactly as you are. Yes,
like
Maurice White.
All right.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's right.
That's what I'm talking
Woo!
about. Yeah,
All right. Well, shall we kick this thing off and get into the rundown?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Do it.
We got some hot ones tonight.
Do it. That's that Halle Chloe song.
Okay.
Do it.
Hot topic.
Oh.
You all right over there?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm wonderful.
We're going to get it in.
Okay.
Hot topics tonight. Thousands march for racial justice and the police reform in D.C. Also, here's what we know about Kenosha, Wisconsin shooting. Also, NBA players agreed to resume playoff schedule on Saturday. Our hidden and quitted headlines. New citizens in Trump's naturalization stunt were unaware of the RNC use. Also, the CDC quietly changes testing guidelines. Also, Jared Kushner, I haven't heard his name in a while, commented on the NBS protest.
NBA.
I'm sorry.
Oh, NBA.
That's a new intern we hired.
Okay, I apologize. NBA protest.
He crawled out of his hole, huh?
Also, the WNBA and other sports join NBA strike. Sturgis motorcycle rally attendees starting to test positive for COVID-19.
Oh, Lord.
And critics rip Trump for desecrating White House with RNC speech.
Hot mess.
Speech, yeah.
Hot mess.
Cocktail of the week is the Virgo Vengeance. What's poppin' with Poppa DD? We're going to lighten it up with the weird news. Snowing cocoa, chocolate factory glitch, dust Swiss town. Also, bad boy dog costs Mississippi officials more than $7,000. And German nudist chases down boar who snatched his laptop.
Give it back.
I'm just saying with red wine, is it the land of the free? Living for the city with Poppa DD. I'm quite sure you got a lot to talk about tonight. My Hollywood wrap-up, the kiss it list, and the last word. Sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, and we'll be back with the hot topics.
It's another Friday night at the Pajama Party Show, and we're here with our PJs on because you know we don't allow clothes in here. If you enjoyed the Pajama Party Show, why not invite a friend or tell a neighbor to tune in right now? Go ahead and text them. I'll wait. Tell them to call us right now at 914-803-4306. And if they want to join in on the conversation, tell them to press 1 so that we'll know they have something to say. We'd love to meet your neighbors, friends, and relatives, so send them a text, email them, or call them up and tell them to join us for the Pajama Party live on Blog Talk Radio. The more the merrier. Or is it Misery Loves Company? Or whichever. Tell them to call us up. on 914-803-4306 if they just want to listen, or press 1 if you want to join the conversation. Now let's get back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party Show while I try to find out who hid the belt from my robe. I tell you the truth, y'all know you're so wrong for that.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. One who's Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. It's time for the hot topics. We're going to kick it off. I think, Ketel, you're up first.
Yeah.
All right, what you got for us tonight?
We got a lot going on today downtown.
There's a lot going on all week.
This is the 57th anniversary of the original march in Washington. That original march was for jobs and freedom. And what we talking about now, I guess, our freedom. And we don't have any jobs, so we're fighting for both.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of demonstrators across the country gathered in Lincoln Memorial, Washington, D.C. today, marched against police brutality and racism. Like I said, it's 57th anniversary on the I Have a Dream speech, of course, Dr. Martin Luther King. Protests swelled again this week after the police in Kenosha, Wisconsin, shot Jacob Blake, a 29-year-old black man, 7 times in the back, leaving him gravely wounded and paralyzed. And then I heard this morning that they put handcuffs on the man. He's in the hospital.
Isn't that crazy?
Like his father said, where's he going?
Exactly. He's paralyzed.
Right.
Well, they did remove the handcuffs at some point today.
Really?
But my question is, why were they even on there in the first place?
Right. So that's the latest shooting, but, you know, the momentous summer of reckoning of racism dominated by protests against the police brutality and white supremacy. You know, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and so on and so on. Reverend Al Sharpton, he addressed the crowd, flanked by people wearing masks that read, "I can't breathe," the final words of Eric Garner, killed by the police in New York. They also talked about Good Trouble. The congressman he talked about, John Lewis. Good Trouble, the famous call of John Lewis, fight for justice and will vote. And the families of Blake, Floyd, Taylor, and Arbery spoke at the march also. Wow. A number of Democratic lawmakers, including Representative Anya Presley of Massachusetts, Karen Bass of California, and Sheila Jackson Lee, of course, the one with the 10-gallon hat from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
George Floyd's brother, he spoke also. Blake's father, the guy that just recently got shot, he spoke. So it was quite a few people there. I mean, I thought it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I was glad it didn't rain.
Yeah.
All the rain came later in the day.
Right. They said it was about 100,000 participants. It probably was more than that, but you know they're gonna downgrade it, of course.
Mhm.
But they were talking to a gentleman. He looked like he could have been a rapper, but he wasn't. He was just an ordinary guy, and he came from Wisconsin, and he said he needed to walk to D.C. He started on August the 4th and walked 750 miles to get.
Wow.
He said they ran into. He met a lot of people, and he said it was about 15 people started in Wisconsin, and by that time it grew and grew as different states he went into. But he said the most difficulty he had was in where was it? Where the KKK originated, in Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah, that's Indiana.
That's where they had the most trouble, and they got arrested. So I guess they were in jail
for walking.
Yep.
How do you get arrested for what? Walking while black?
Yep. And you know, of course, they said, y'all, you know what? Get out the street. Y'all coons, get out the street. So. You know.
Oh my goodness.
So they got into some trouble in Indiana, and then. Kept marching, but they got here. He said we got here. Yeah, so.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. It was just a journey in between, He said it wasn't about getting there to the march, but it was just, I guess, the journey in between him getting there. And how he just opened up these small towns of how, they're still racist. It's sad, but it's true.
That reminds me of that Forrest Gump scene. Mm-hmm. Remember when he started running? And people just started joining in with him.
I thought about that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they say, this is a radical movement or something. He's like, no, I just felt like running.
Just felt like running.
Right.
But this guy was running or walking for a purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was pretty cool.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, well, they had a lot of good participation.
Right. Martin Luther King III, he was there.
Yeah. And his granddaughter.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s granddaughter.
Okay.
That little girl is a firecracker.
She is, because she was at the rally a couple of years ago for the young folks that were walking.
That's right. She sure was.
She spoke. She was only 10 years old then.
Mm-hmm.
So she's 12 now. So yeah, I'm like,
She is something else.
She's a firecracker.
I tell you.
Better watch out,
She's
Mike.
about to light up something.
That's what I'm saying. I guess the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Not at all.
Which
It
is
must
good.
be genetic.
Yeah. So
And BB Winans.
okay.
thing.
I missed that.
Yeah. Have you seen him lately? His
white
beard is
white is this white?
completely white.
Yes. He said, I'm tired of coloring it.
Yeah, that thing is completely white.
Right.
Yeah, he was singing. It sounded like an original song, but that was really good.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. Poppa DD, did you see any of the footage from the march today?
Yeah, this was some news coverage. It was pretty good, pretty fulfilling. They really talked about a lot of good things. Everybody was getting it in.
Yeah. We just had to hit some change, and to me, the biggest thing is these young folks. I'm telling you, like I was telling my son, you get this stuff through the mail as far as voting, read it, and this is what you have to do. This is your obligation. This is your duty. These people who come before us have fought to get here, for us to be here, so we need to take that time to vote.
Right.
They even have early voting. I heard on the radio today, October 26th to November the 2nd. That's early voting. So if you guys, take a chance and opportunity, go early.
Yeah. I think at this point we got to do whatever we have to do.
Yeah.
But get your vote in and be counted.
Right.
Let your voice be heard.
Yeah.
It is serious.
Yeah.
We cannot lay back and take the attitude of, oh, well, my vote won't matter.
Right.
Everybody else is going to vote. I don't need to. Yeah, you do.
Right. This is an emergency.
Exactly.
Right. But, if you guys got any questions or comments, hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1 to get in the queue. I'd like to hear from you. Yeah.
All right. I've got one, of course, the whole story out of Kenosha, Wisconsin with the shooting. Outrage erupted across the United States following yet another police shooting of a black man, and this occurred on Sunday. Now, the cell phone video captured the moment when 29-year-old Jacob Blake was walking to his car and was shot 7 times in the back by Kenosha police officers. It's unclear what occurred prior to the shooting, which police have described as a reported domestic incident. But the Wisconsin Attorney General, Josh Cowell, on Wednesday identified Rustin Shesky as the officer who shot Blake. So put him on the kiss it list. Rustin Shesky.
Okay.
Cal said that officers were responding to a call from a woman about a domestic issue and had attempted to use a taser on Blake but were unsuccessful. Now, the way I heard the story, Blake was trying to break up a fight.
Right.
Now, if that was the same domestic disturbance, I'm not sure. But the video, cell phone video, shows that Blake was unarmed, and as he walked toward his car where his 3 children that are aged 3, 5, and 8 were in the back seat, that's when the police shot him. Now, Blake had plans to celebrate his 8-year-old son's birthday the day he got shot. So attorney Ben Crump, I think everybody knows Ben Crump now. He's been like the civil rights attorney for everybody.
Yeah.
So attorney Ben Crump, who of course also represented the family of George Floyd, said Tuesday that Blake is alive, but he is paralyzed, and they don't know if that paralysis is permanent or temporary, but that the bullets had severed his spinal cord and shattered his vertebrae. And his family, Blake's family, is planning to file a civil lawsuit against the police department. So I wish them well on that one.
Yeah.
But as the fallout continued to happen on Monday night, now the shooting happened on Sunday, so the very next night, hundreds of protesters defied the 8 o'clock p.m. curfew that the city had, and, they wanted to have their voices heard. Mm-hmm. So they were like, I don't care about a curfew. You're going to know that we're not going to just be silent over this. Mm-hmm. So at least 125 members of the Wisconsin National Guard joined in with local law enforcement to try to, calm everything down. But, of course, it created a clash with the demonstrators. And by the end of Monday night's protest, 34 fires had been set. 30 businesses were either destroyed or damaged. And one of the buildings that was destroyed was the Kenosha Department of Corrections. That building was torched to the ground.
Wow.
So then by the following night, which would be Tuesday, the governor, Tony Evers, who happens to be a Democrat, declared a state of emergency and increased the number of National Guards up to 250. Mm-hmm. Now, Blake's mother, Julia Jackson, was pleading with everybody, saying, look, I just want peace. Blake would not want people to do anything violent. He wouldn't want anybody to destroy anything. So, she was trying to get people to just calm down. You can protest, but, stop the violence. Mm-hmm. So Tuesday night, they got photos and videos of some men who showed up with assault rifles roaming the streets, chumming it up with the police. Now, the video shows that the police were throwing bottles of water to these armed men. Mm-hmm. And somebody called the police saying, we appreciate you guys. Mm-hmm. Now, these were like armed militia from who knows where, right, who just showed up packing. Mm-hmm. And the cops are like, oh, hey, have some water. We appreciate the help. Mm-hmm. They don't know who these people are or where they came from. Why would you just say, oh, are you thirsty? Have a drink of water. Mm-hmm. So it turns out more than 3,000 people signed up on Facebook under an event that was called Armed Citizens to Protect Our Lives and Property, that was created by a group that called itself Kenosha Guard. And later on, Tuesday night, 2 people ended up fatally shot and another one wounded. Allegedly, not allegedly, he did do it. Mm-hmm. A 17-year-old who they think could have been connected to this particular group.
What is it called, Kenosha Guard?
Kenosha Guard. Okay. So they got footage on Tuesday night, video footage of Kyle Rittenhouse, that's the 17-year-old, running from protesters after a volley of gunshots. He then tripped, fell down, and there were 2 protesters who confronted him. And then as the bystanders were crying out to the police that they had been shot or that shots had been fired, people had been shot, etc., this guy, Rittenhouse, this 17-year-old, is seen walking toward officers with his hands up in a surrender position, and the police ignored him. Now, he's carrying an AK, what's that gun called? AK,
47?
What's that called, Papa?
47.
47. This boy is carrying an AK-47. When he saw the police, he thought they were coming to get him. So he had his hands up in surrender mode, and the cops walked right past him. While bystanders are saying, hey, he shot some people. They were yelling at the cops saying, he shot people. And the cops completely ignored it. Mm-hmm. So now this guy's been charged with murder, and he was arrested not until Wednesday, the following day. Right. He had already gone back home. Mm-hmm. He lived in Antioch, Illinois, about 30 minutes from Kenosha. So he had already killed 2 people, injured a 3rd person, and then went home. So the police finally arrested him on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And despite all of this that was going on, Trump didn't even bother to mention the root of the problem when he was speaking during the Republican National Convention. Mm-hmm. All he talked about was businesses being looted and set on fire, and law and order, and he's going to have law and order. and he's the law and order, blah, blah, blah. And talking about, if you need to have more guards or something sent there, we can do that like we did in Portland. That's what he's focused on. He's not even looking at the fact that this brother was shot in the back 7 times. And they talking about a knife? The knife was like under a floor mat or something? The knife was in the car.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was trying to attack him. I think he just had it for protection.
Yes, it was in the car. He was outside of the car. So clearly he was not armed. Blake was not armed. So, once again, this is some bull crap. But that's the latest. And like you said earlier, why was Blake handcuffed while he's in the hospital paralyzed?
Yeah.
That is the stupidest thing I think I have heard in a long time.
Yeah.
And I've heard some stupid stuff, but that one takes the cake.
Yeah.
And they just took the handcuffs off at some point today. Because apparently they had some kind of charges that they were trying to put on Mr. Blake.
We're going to put them on the kissing list. Wisconsin Police Department.
Yeah, what the heck? I don't get it.
What we gonna do?
That's all I have on that one.
You sound like you threw.
People going crazy.
Yeah, going wild, going crazy. Yep. Well, if you guys got any questions or comments, hit us up tonight. 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
And press 1 to get in the queue.
All right, we're gonna keep it moving.
What you got over there, Papa? You quiet.
I'm just trying to take it all in.
I know.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's a commentator.
One thing that I do want to focus on is the fact that I know we live where we live, but I think after a while we really got to reconsider our locations. We got to live somewhere that's conducive for our life and our lifestyle. We got to know these places that are predominantly whatever, and don't think that we're gonna have a leg up in it at all. You move somewhere that's in the middle of nowhere and all that, and you asking for trouble.
Right.
I'm just, Kenosha, Wisconsin. I didn't know there was 2 black folks in the town, judging by the name of it. Maybe I'm just too northern, upper northern, and will remain upper north. Like I said, old girl Harriet Tubman took slaves up north to be free.
Yeah, I had never
take them down south. She sure didn't take them to the Midwest. She took them up north.
Yeah.
And up north was the only place that Harriet Tubman seen that was free.
Right.
Everything else was bullshit, and she knew it, and that's why she didn't go there. But anyway, let's go on with this. I just want to get that out there while I was on my chest.
Okay.
Anyway, NBA stopped the playoffs midstream, only because, first of all, the Milwaukee Bucks is a very prominent team in the NBA, and they're in the playoffs, and Milwaukee's in Wisconsin. So now all this coming together, when you talk about one little town in Wisconsin, it blows everything else up. You don't know you got Wisconsin, you got Green Bay Packers is in Wisconsin. Okay, so now when you see a town, you think it's just mediocre, but the big cities in the town is what everybody focuses on. And that's why I say I think people should move to towns that have a little more population, a little more influx, so people can be a little more, watched or whatever. Anyway, the NBA players, they agreed to resume the playoffs. They stopped at the day of the incident. That night, they didn't play no playoff games. The Milwaukee Bucks was the team that went out front to speak on that they weren't going to play because, as we know, basketball is 97% black. So therefore, they figure like, if you like basketball, we're going to stop playing. That's our way of boycotting.
Right.
So anyway, after holding a meeting Thursday morning, NBA players have reported agreed to resume the 2020 playoffs per ESPN. All right, there's still a lot to be discussed. Thursday and Friday games, they have been postponed, but the league plans to resume games on Saturday, according to a joint statement issued by the league and the National Basketball Players Association, their union.
Uh-huh.
All right, the meeting Thursday morning came after the postponement of 3 playoff games on Wednesday, including the Bucks Magic game, in which Milwaukee players staged a walkout before the start of Game 5. The league board of governors were also expected to have a call this morning to address Wednesday night's walkout, in addition to what it needs to happen next. So they came back to do the playoffs, but they got some contingent plans in effect that they want to talk about first. All right, several leaders of the Lakers roster along with some players from other teams, reportedly stayed up in the early morning hours to hash out their demands and their issues inside of the bubble of what they're going to do going forward and how they're going to come back and why they're going to come back and what they expect when they come back. So as a result of those talks, all players are able to agree to resume the season per ESPN again. During a meeting Wednesday evening that considered play that consists of the players and the coaches, Lakers and the Clippers are amongst the majority of the teams that were the biggest populated at the meeting, according to ESPN. Again, like I said again, LeBron James said in the meeting he wants the team owners to be more involved and to take action. Milwaukee's walkout ahead of Game 5 against the Magic came in postponement of the shooting of the unarmed black man named Jacob Blake in Kenosha, which I said is in Wisconsin on Sunday. Shortly after the Bucks made a statement by not playing, the Rockets and the Thunder also decided they were not going to play also. And also the Lakers and Trailblazers, and all of them just agreed not to play. All right. So the Bucks owner, this guy named is Mark Larcy, West Indy, and Jamie Dash, they released a statement in full support. This is all the owners and the co-owners of the Milwaukee Bucks. Many NBA players and coaches have spoken with heavy hearts since the shooting of Blake. Coach like Doc Rivers, he was really broke up over it.
I saw his.
He's really tired of it. His emotional statement was released on that. He said, "We keep loving this country, and the country doesn't love us back. By sitting out games," he says, "a way that we can show people that that we run this." You know, like I said, NBA is 89% black, big time. So they're gonna their demands consist of a lot of things. One in particular is they want some polling booths to be in some of these NBA stadiums. They said we got this big stadium, they got plenty of room, and stop going to public schools and stuffing them into cafeterias and all kind of places like that, and put the polling places in there and let everybody from every district use it. So a lot of stuff going down. I mean, but will it go through? And we'll follow.
I don't know why they didn't think of that before.
It sure is.
Everything's a good space. Everything's a good ideal, but the better the ideal, the more opposition.
Right.
So you always got to be wary of the bullshit. Right. No matter what you come up with, the best ideal in the world at a conference table in the conference room. Remember, in a conference room, 50% of the people are not going to agree with what you said, no matter how great your idea is. Right. Your ideal is, because 25% of the 50 they're jealous, and the other 25% is hating. So you never can get in the conference room with a bunch of people and everybody agree on everything, unless it's lunch or raise or something like that. But any kind of ideals, everybody's wondering, well, this person came up with this. I mean, the hate in the world today is just vicious.
Well, let's weigh in on some callers. We got a few callers that want to hear what's going on.
Okay, let's do that. Let's go to the phone.
All right.
See what the callers have to say.
All right.
Because this has been a wild week, I tell you.
It has. Caller, you're live on the Pajama Party. Welcome. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, hi. You're on the Pajama Party live. How you doing?
Oh, I am?
Yes, you are. Go right ahead.
Well, first and foremost, what's going on, fam?
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Everything's good.
We making it do what it do.
Yep.
Well, that's good, Redwine.
Hey.
Her birthday.
What's going on?
Turn up.
What's up, Ron?
Everything's cool.
You know who you're talking to?
No, we don't know.
Wow. It's been a while. Silver Fox.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Silver Fox.
Oh, okay. What's going on, Silver Fox?
What's going on, y'all?
Nothing too much.
Hey, we just celebrating.
Yeah, that's all.
But go right ahead with your comment.
What are we drinking?
Oh, we're drinking red wine, and we're drinking a Virgo Vengeance.
Right. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
So you want to continue listening? You got a comment?
Well, I hear what you all are saying. It really does frustrate me with the double standard. That not just certain communities, but I mean this whole country has for whites and blacks, or whites versus any other type of ethnic group. It shows in just about everything that they do, from banking to housing, to how the court systems are set up. And
that's true.
We're coming in as an underdog, and we're being shot down like we were dogs in the street. And the thing is that it has not changed. Nothing has changed as far as that is concerned. A lot has changed, but at the same time, nothing has changed in a certain arena, that they no longer are so emboldened. Well, no, they've gotten more emboldened since some person is in office.
Right.
45 we call
45 as we call them.
Yeah.
Oh, you call it 45. Okay, yeah, 45. And I just think that I saw something, I think yesterday, it said that racism is not anything new to America. It's just the fact that they are now feeling so emboldened with themselves that they're now willing to show their faces. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that it's not just the simple fact, in my opinion, not just the simple fact that they're willing to show their faces, but the problem that we're having now is that they were willing to show their faces. So now when they're getting called out on social media and they're losing their jobs, they're going to jail for it, now they want to cry foul. And they want to say Blue Lives Matter.
Right.
I'm not saying the blue lives don't matter, but just like within our own community as African American, we got a lot. We have more good people than we do bad people.
Right.
And that's what
I agree.
Every race. That's what every race is out here, okay? But every race has that whatever percentage of people that are out here breaking the law and doing wrong. And I just think that because you got a blue uniform on, that does not give you the right to do the things that you do. And if you got a blue uniform,
and it doesn't mean that you're good. That's the thing.
Right.
That blue uniform does not guarantee your goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And and the thing is that it doesn't. And that's what I'm saying is that just like we have good people as African Americans, as Latinos, as whites, as Asians, you have some good people that are wearing those blue uniforms because those same people that are good within our own communities are policemen. Now, you're wearing a blue uniform and you know that there is a culture of racism within that blue uniform. It is your civic duty, your duty as a police officer. You took an oath to uphold the law and to protect and serve your community. And when you do not report that person that's wearing that uniform because you've seen it, you've heard it, you've experienced it, that they are out here breaking the law, but you're not going to report them because of the fact that they wear that blue uniform, that blue line.
Right.
That makes you an accomplice, which makes you
and where
breaking the law.
does the moral responsibility come in? That's the question.
Right.
Aside from the oath you took as an officer, where does your moral responsibility as a human being come into play? When you see somebody taking advantage of somebody, when do you speak up?
Right.
Well, history has shown that certain races don't look at us as human beings.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because they had to actually write that into the Constitution. They didn't look at us as being human. They looked at us as that we were, subhuman. They looked at dogs. They put dogs higher than they put us.
Wow.
Yeah, they said we were a fraction.
Right.
All right, caller.
Yeah, you're
Appreciate
right.
your call. Yeah, thank you.
So, Redwine,
All right.
you
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
very wonderful weekend, and you guys
Thank you
stay
so much.
safe and stay dry.
All right.
All right, that's the plan.
All right.
Thank you, Silver Fox.
All right.
Take care now. All right.
All right,
Good.
take care.
All right.
All right.
We got one more caller.
All right, let's go back to the phone line.
Yeah. Hello, caller. You on live on the Pajama Party?
Hey.
All right. How are
Hey,
you?
happy birthday.
Hey,
I'm good. Happy birthday, Redwine.
All right.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah. I don't
Nice.
speak French, but thank you.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. So, I'm going to take this whole thing on a tangent because
Okay.
you guys are operating on an anonymous name, okay? And so
Okay.
I want to know, first of all, your name was already anonymous, Poochie, and then it turned to Ketel. Tell me the history of both of those names being associated with you, because both of them to me are anonymous.
Okay. I'm one and the same, darling. But when I'm on the Pajama Party, I am Ketel with the yellow top. That's just who I am.
How did you name yourself Ketel?
What's going on? What we talked about tonight?
Okay. You're gonna put me back on track. Okay, so
Yes, I am.
the thing is, let me introduce myself as anonymous.
Okay.
The Grand Poobah. I'm the Grand Poobah.
Okay. All right, Grand Poobah. Come on with your comment.
All right, Grand Poobah. Welcome to the show. What's
So
going on,
the Grand Poobah says we are all from Africa, and as far as as far as I can remember, well, I don't even remember, but they say that I came from a slave castle somewhere in Africa. Okay. And so when I arrived to this country, our whole culture just was decimated by what we call white supremacists.
True.
And at that time, our lives did not matter.
Mm-hmm.
And our lives will never matter in the United States. Why? Because white supremacy is a belief.
Well.
And I don't care how many laws you change, you will not change a person's belief in their heart.
It's a mindset.
Yeah.
You will not change their beliefs. So, I question our own community.
Mhm.
Why is it, Martin Luther King, of course, Jesus said we have to love our enemies. And, I go along with that because nothing is going to change. If a person hates you and you hate them back, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to get resolved. So I'm in line with love your enemy, but I realize that they will always hate me because of their belief. And I'm not going to try to change a person's belief. That's like taking my head and knocking it against a brick wall trying to change your belief. It's not going to happen.
Right.
Change the laws, march on Washington, hoo-ha, this, that, and the other, write Black Lives Matter on 16th Street in front of the White House. It will not change a white supremacist belief. And so why, when a white person, and it don't have to be the police, why is it when a white person, and they've been lynching us and castrating us for centuries. So nothing hasn't changed. Just like a person said, nothing hasn't changed, and it will never change. Mm-hmm. So in our community, when we show hatred against each other, we killing each other in our own communities. There's no outcry. There's no protest. There's it's like a passive acceptance where we kill each other. Mm. But when a white person kills a black person, Oh, it's marching, it's protests, it's outcry in the streets, but you know, we have to accept that. I accept white supremacy. I accept your belief. I don't hate you because you believe that your race or whoever you think you are is better than everybody. I accept that. I don't hate you for it. I accept it. Just
but
like
do you
I would
believe
accept.
it? That's the question, though. Do you believe
Do
it?
I believe in white supremacy? Of course not.
Okay.
But they control.
Yeah.
They control.
Yeah.
They control the institutions. They control the courts. They control the educational system. They control everything.
But we have to try.
They even control the language. They control the language. They control the language because
we got to move on, good brother. We appreciate your opinion on that.
Yeah.
But we're going to move to the next phase here. We got a bunch of people waiting to call in, so.
Yeah, but that's something to think about. Then.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, caller.
All right. Well, we're going to move. Oh, what we going to do?
Take a little CC.
Break?
Yeah, we're going to take a little CC.
All right, you got it, Kim?
Yep.
It's Friday night, and you're listening to the Pajama Party Show Live. Tune in every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific. We push it to the limit every week like only we can. We've got hot topics, hit it and quit it headlines, TV and movie reviews, commentaries, and the world's famous Kiss It list. And you don't want to be on the Kiss It list. So visit apajamaparty.com. Check out the cocktail of the week. Get your glass and get your laugh on with the Pajama Party Crew, doing what we do right here with you. Get up on this and push it. Push it real good.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm on your Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir. All right, we're going to hit them and quit them. All right, I'm going to start out with this one. Where am I? Oh, okay. The neutralization. Lord, that's what it seemed like. Naturalization. I don't know if anybody was watching the RNC this week, the Republican, what's that thing called? The convention? The Republican convention.
The National Convention.
Yeah.
RNC.
That's it. I tried watching off and on just so I could be informed.
You have to.
And it kind of turned my stomach, but I did watch it off and on.
Something you gotta learn from you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I tried, but it was kind of like sickening. But here's one of the things that stood out to me. This whole naturalization stunt. The Republican convention broke norms and possibly broke some laws when they were using the White House as a set and a prop to do the citizenship of a select few people. You know, they had like a handful of people from all these diverse backgrounds, some of which were people of color, to get their citizenship. You know, they have to do the whole take the vow and repeat stuff and all of that. They were up there with the flags, but all of this happened right there in the White House. That really wasn't so much of the issue. It was the fact that the footage of it was shown as part of the Republican National Convention. You know, it's like, wait a minute. This has nothing to do with the person running for re-election. How are you blending all of this in? So the Wall Street Journal, here's the thing. Wall Street Journal talked to two of the women. I'm not going to try to pronounce their names and mess it up. But one woman was from India and the other one from Sudan, who took part in the ceremony, who became a naturalized citizen. And the thing is, neither one of them knew that the footage of their citizenship whatever you call this thing that they did, neither of them knew that this was going to be incorporated into a video that was shown during the Republican National Convention.
So that's permission.
You would think. Any other kind of video, you're supposed to sign a release that says, I give my permission for you to use my picture, my likeness, my voice, my image, etc. These people didn't know that they were basically going to be used as props during the Republican National Convention.
But they're brand new Americans, so what the hell do they know? And what is America? What does an American president like Donald Trump give a damn about somebody?
I guess.
Well, let me make my point. Redwine. Let me make my point.
Welcome to America.
Let me make my point.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm the president that's swearing you in as an American, okay, and I'm swearing you in at noon, what the hell do I give a damn when you're not an American at 11:55, but what the hell you think about America and what I'm about to do, or what I'm about to do with this video footage? I just swore your ass in, okay? You came
but I'm just
from.
saying, that's jacked
all right, well,
up.
you got to look at the reality of the situation.
Right, that's why I said that's welcome to
These
America.
people just and they weren't even Americans yet.
A
it's
person
like
from Ghana, there was another one from Lebanon, one from Bolivia. None of them were aware that this whole ceremony was going to be used in
but because they weren't even Americans yet. So
right.
why would you think Trump would even care about what they thought?
Because when you are being videotaped, if someone is going to use your likeness, that's just standard procedure. You're supposed to sign a release that says, I give my permission for you to use my likeness in whatever your video thing is.
Right. For you,
otherwise,
it's
not legal for you to use my likeness.
For you, the person has the familiarization of all the procedures thereof. But these people weren't even citizens 5 minutes ago before they were sworn in.
But it ain't an American law. That's just how it is, period.
All right, well, then
now,
I guess they need a lawyer then. Okay.
But I'm just saying, the whole point of the story is that none of these participants who got their citizenship were aware that this whole ceremony was going to be part of the footage that was used for the Republican National Convention. I mean, they didn't get a choice. They had no choice in the matter. Right. It wasn't like they said, sure, I don't mind, go ahead. Right. They had no idea. So they up there, Trump was doing photo ops with them. They all took a picture, smiled with Trump's handshake.
They didn't know what he was going to use it for later on.
No. They thought they were happy to just get their citizenship. So they were thinking, all right, I'm at the White House. Normally, first of all, normally the citizenship doesn't even happen at the White House. Normally that happens at some other location. And it's a group of people. They all take the pledge at the same time, and they get whatever documentation they get, and then you go on wherever you go. You go home. You don't do it at the White House. So they thought, oh, this is something really good. We're getting invited to come to the White House to do this. And, oh, my gosh, we're going to meet the president?
This is a trap.
So, exactly. It was a setup from the get-up. Right. And they should be ashamed of themselves for doing this. You set these people up.
And that's what they do.
Right.
I'm just saying, that ain't cool.
Okay.
All right, I'm done.
CDC.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah.
Quietly changes testing guidelines to include people with no symptoms. Okay, it's kind of, I don't know, redundant. The new COVID-19 testing guidelines released this week by the CDC and prevention say that people without symptoms do not need to be tested, even if they have been in close contact with someone who tested positive.
Say what?
That doesn't make sense. Quietly reversing previous guidance that recommended that, that if you're in proximity of people, you need to get tested. The agency's revised guidelines go against public health experts' consensus that people with COVID-19 tend to be most contagious before they begin to show symptoms. That is why experts have been recommended widespread testing as a crucial element in containing the disease. So it goes on to say this applies even to people who have been in close contact with someone infected by the COVID, which the agency denies as within 6 feet to 15 minutes, but are not showing symptoms. So to me, it doesn't even make sense. If I'm in proximity of somebody that's been infected, I'm going to go get tested. That's just what I'm going to do.
That to me is common sense.
Right. You would think so. So if somebody said, I had COVID, yada, yada, I'm going to go and get tested just to be sure. Yeah.
So is this another White House move? What's behind that?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It's unclear what prompted the revision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sound like some bull.
Yeah. That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Y'all better watch yourselves. All
I
right.
didn't get tested anyway.
I know that's right. All right, Poppa DD, what you got?
All right, what I got here is this guy, Jared Kushner. Is that his name? That's how you pronounce his name?
Kushner.
But you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't respect anybody that don't respect me.
Okay.
So I don't give a damn about him whether he got $1 billion or $5. It don't even matter to me. Okay? And this is how we do it.
All right.
All right. Kushner is the husband of Donald Trump's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, this man goes all the way back to his father, who was a crook, and that's the boy that Chris, what's his name? Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Christie busted his pop years ago on some housing stuff, you know, and they wanted to always get back at Chris Christie, but they didn't know how to do it, so they embarrassed Chris Christie during the time when they were picking a running mate, where he thought he was gonna be in line for it, but they circle jerked Christie at the last minute. That's because that he put Jared, his father, in jail years ago, and I'm gonna get to where I'm talking about here in a minute.
Come on.
Now, Kushner got mad money. Okay, he's a Jewish boy that's all into, you know, whole Jerusalem thing. He's back in nature because he knows over there that's the money town, you know.
Right.
Jerusalem and Jordan and all that, and Kuwait and all that stuff. That's where the oil runs right underneath the ground. You just got to stick a fork in the ground. The oil come right on the bottom of your damn fork.
All right.
Anyway, so let's talk about the Middle East now. He's all up in that situation now. In fact, I think he's in the Middle East right now cutting deals with Netanyahu over there in Jordan and all that jazz. But anyway, he had the nerve to stick his nose in on this whole NBA thing.
Wow. This
whole NBA situation ain't got nothing to do with his ass. Okay? Now this man is buying buildings in New York by the thousands. He brought most of Jersey City up. Jersey City is the best view you can get of New York. Wow. When the lights come on in New York and you're in Jersey City looking over New York, it looks like a postcard. It is so beautiful. And Kushner, however the hell you pronounce it, he owns damn near all that. Okay, and like I said, he's finally speaking at the different conferences, and he finally got a voice. The first couple of years in the president, he thought he was a damn deaf mute. I didn't know if he can even talk and shit, okay? I thought the bull, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it did.
I thought he was fresh out of fucking Gallaudet or somewhere.
I thought he was a big old puppet.
Anyway, so now he's talking all of a sudden. I said, damn, I ain't done no motherfucking talk. So now the last couple of years trying to get Trump back in because, see, they're trying to get back in because, see, they made a mess and a mockery of it. And they want the opportunity to try to do it right the last 4 years. That's the whole mission of this. Just like anybody else, when you fuck up in life, you're trying to get another chance so you don't do it again. You know, you turn 50 years old, you can't be doing shit you did when you was 40. And this is what Trump and them did. They didn't realize 4 years was going to go by so fast, and it did. So now they look back and say, damn, we done got people arrested, all kind of crap. All our boys done went down. This is crazy. That's crazy. We got a disease going on. They got all kind of shit going on. And they kind of feel they need to redeem it. Plus, he's trying to mock Barack. Barack did 8 years, so the black man did 8 years. He needs to do 8 years. It's a balancing act. So fuck, I got to catch up with this black man. I can't let it top me with that. But anyway, let's get back to Kushner. Now, let's see all this stuff ties together. All right, this is why he's a senior advisor. Now, if the only advisor you got in the world is your fucking son-in-law, you need new friends, okay? Because he's already in the family. Damn, you're talking to him every day. You got anybody out there that got some real experience and sense or any kind of analytics that got to do with what the world is today? No, you got to grab your daughter's husband. Anyway, but he put this to make it short because I said too much already. We're short on time. He done put his nose in that whole situation, the NBA, talking about those guys are rich and privileged. Now, here's a motherfucker that got money on top of money, got the nerve to talk about somebody else, how do you call somebody else privileged when privilege is hanging out of your booty hole? That is crazy. I'm like, you got to be kidding me with your rich ass. He's talking about it don't make no sense for the basketball players to be protesting, and they're privileged, and they're making a lot of money, and they need to listen to the pot calling the fucking kettle black. I was like, you got to be kidding. That's what I'm saying. Jealousy, envy. How can you be rich already and still not satisfied? Are you fucking kidding me? If you sitting on $5 billion, you still worrying about a black man that's riding a nice BMW that's only making about $200,000 a year, and you sitting on $5 billion? I mean, like I said, I'm not even gonna let this upset me. All I'm saying is just see the light. How envy, jealousy, all this stuff is what comes into play. With all this stuff that's going down. People seem like they don't want you to catch up with them, but then they think they got to catch up with you. When you live in life where you're that fucking undecided, I can be in a nice car with a convertible, and I have been in a nice convertible car. I ain't going to say the type or whatever, but I rode up against another joker whose car was worth $30,000 more than mine. But the fact that I had a convertible in the fucking summertime fucked them up. I was like, damn, man, your shit, well, let's switch keys. Since you feel like this convertible so popular, this ain't shit. You know, it was just amazing. I used to use that example to say that people get so envious on some of the minute stuff. You'd be surprised. And like the caller said earlier, talking about how the stuff is here to stay. Sure, supremacy is here. But we got to put a stop sign and a stoplight somewhere to slow it down in some respect. We can't let that stuff run rampant. Then what we going to do? What streets we going to walk on? Where we going to live if we let, you know, the caller that called earlier was saying how, you know, that the supremacy was here to stay and nothing we could do about it. Well, there is definitely something we could do about it because they learned about supremacy through ignorance, through their ignorant-ass grandfather 100 years ago that did the same old routine and taught his grandchild and his child and their child. But if we break the cycle a little bit and curve them, ain't nobody trying to tell them to put their fists up and put a pick in the back of their afro. But we're just trying to curve it and slow it down a little bit so we can live somewhere. And we don't need to live where they live. Choose where you're going to live carefully because you're not just buying a house, you're buying a damn neighborhood. So in the future, when you go to move somewhere, watch the whole neighborhood, not just buy the house. Anyway, I'm done with that.
All right, Papa. Are you sure you didn't go into
I went into what's popping there.
They did.
I sure did.
All right, let's keep it moving.
All right, I think I got the last story. The WNBA declared strike this week, but the WNBA also decided not to play. Elizabeth Williams of the Atlanta Dream delivered a statement on Wednesday. 4 teams, the Washington Mystics, Atlanta Dream, the LA Sparks, and the Minnesota Lynx have been on site and set to play, but they spoke for an hour before deciding not to continue with the game. The consensus is not to play in tonight's slated game and to kneel, lock arms, and raise fists during the national anthem. We stand in solidarity with our brothers in the NBA and will continue this conversation with our brothers and sisters across all leagues and look to take collective action. All right now.
All right.
So members of the WNBA, the Washington Mystics, who had been scheduled to play against the Dream, had arrived wearing T-shirts that spelled out Jacob Blake's name, each with 7 bullet holes painted on the back.
I saw those. That was awesome.
That was impressive.
They had the bullet holes on the back of the shirts.
Like, wow. Okay. Also, the men's soccer, 5 Major League Soccer games were also postponed. Major League Baseball, at least 3 Major League Baseball games have been called due to strikes. Also, tennis. Japanese tennis champion Naomi Osaka withheld from the ATP tournament, citing Jacob Blake and the ongoing strikes in the sports community. She said, as a black woman, I feel as though there are much more important matters at hand that need immediate attention. And that's the key thing. We need immediate attention. Mm-hmm. She said it in one word. So, yep, that's it. That sounds good. I mean, hey, I also did hear that about 10 NFL teams, including the Washington football team, they didn't practice or something like that. So,
okay.
Everybody's trying to stand up to what's right. That's all I can say.
Well, I'm going to just hit this one real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all remember this one. Sturgis motorcycle rally that happened in South Dakota earlier this month. Mm-hmm. It was a huge rally with all of these motorcycle folks that descended upon Sturgis in South Dakota. Nobody was doing social distancing. Folks weren't wearing masks. You know, they were just doing their thing.
And where was this?
This was in South Dakota.
Okay. You answered the
Well,
question.
now they're getting the tally numbers of the COVID-19 cases.
Sure.
And as it turns out, it was like a few people were positive, and then these people who came from other places to South Dakota then went back to where they came from and took it with them. So now a big, what they call it, super spreader. This super spreader event has now carried to where, this is the statistics from Tuesday of this week. There was 37 cases that happened in Minnesota, 27 in North Dakota, 17 in Nebraska, 7 in Wyoming, 7 in Montana, 5 in Wisconsin, 2 in Washington State. No, 2 in Wisconsin and 1 in Washington State. And what they were saying is that if we didn't sanction the event, we couldn't do what we needed to do to prepare for it as best we could.
How many people were there? What was it say?
They had, let's see, it said more than 100 attendees have tested positive.
Say how many
I don't know exactly what the number of attendees were, but they were given some statistics on the percentages of people who came and then left and went other places. So, you know, the point is, when you have these large events where people don't do what's necessary to try to keep this COVID-19 at bay, all you need is 1 or 2 people that are positive. And what they said is that they were trying to track it. You know how they do this thing where they track, you know, who had it and where they've been and who they've been around and all of that stuff. And they were saying that one of the people, like, worked at the bar, another one worked in some other location. So once they started checking that, then they check where have those people been. But it's out of control.
Well, see, my thing, I'm just looking it up, and it says that 250,000
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot.
were expected to attend, and this is a 10-day rally. A
Yeah.
10-day massive.
I don't think they were there for 10 whole days, but still, it was a lot of people.
It was big. It's big every year.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how-
It's an annual event, and instead of them canceling it, they said, well, let's do what we can to make preparation for it.
That's crazy.
So,
because the people there were like,
just saying.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take a little CC break, and we're going to come back with the cocktail of the week.
Okay.
All right.
yeah, I don't know.
So I was looking over the cocktail of the week archives, and we've had so many really great drinks over the past year and a half.
We've had our original signature drink called the Pajama Party and a game changer, and of course we have the last word.
I like the Revolution. It was Hennessy, lemon and lime juice, agave juice, and bitters with jalapeno slices.
Woo-wee! I like that Crown Royal Flush with the Crown Royal, peach schnapps, and cranberry juice. Oh yeah. And one of my favorites was the wait a minute, what's it called? The Dutch Mule, yeah, the Dutch Mule with the Ketel orange vodka, lime juice, and ginger beer. There are so many to choose from on the apajamaparty.com website.
So check out the Cocktail of the Week archives to get the recipes.
And you can find out how to make the cocktail of the week and sip along with us. Are there instructions there too?
Sure they are, along with pictures of the drink so you know exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So what's that y'all got in your glass? This is a boomerang. Well, I got a Kinky Reed over here.
And I got the ABS.
Get the recipes at www.apajamaparty.com and click on Cocktail of the Week. Cheers!
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. One of you hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel
Hello.
and Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
It is a Redwine's birthday weekend.
Can I switch to Spanish? Feliz cumpleaños.
Oh, boy.
Ay, 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 ay,
Do all that. Okay, for your birthday, you came up with the Virgo Vengeance.
Woo!
We are sipping on that right now, the Virgo Vengeance.
Yes.
Get your pencil and
Oui,
piece
oui,
of paper out.
mademoiselle, madame. Yeah, write this down, y'all. Get your paper.
All right, in a shaker, you're going to put a half ounce of Monin Desert Pear Syrup. Monin Desert Pear Syrup. 3 ounces of cucumber vodka. We're drinking Stoli, so whatever your preference is as far as cucumber vodka. There's some brands out there. A half ounce of lime juice. 2 ounces of orange juice. You're going to shake that vigorously for like 10 seconds. Pour it over ice in a tall Collins glass and garnish with the with the lime wedge. Y'all crazy.
Cheers.
Virgo Vengeance. Okay.
Woo! Cheers.
All right, cheers. Okay.
Happy birthday, Virgo.
I know that's right. There we go. All right. So,
Ooh, that's the Virgo Vengeance.
we're gonna get into what's popping with Poppa DD.
Woo. What is popping with you, Poppa
poured
DD?
his brown liquor.
Uh-oh.
And he's
going with
it
the downtown brown.
Yes, he is. Ain't mad at you.
Woo, what's popping tonight, Poppa DD?
Oh, man.
What you got for us?
There's so much.
Bring it. We grown. We can take it.
Okay. I had a lot of notes here that we don't have to prove anything, and it seems like the main thing is the situation with the gentleman that was shot, and
Blake.
Yeah, Blake. That situation blew my mind because it shined a bright light on how people, they didn't do anything to this guy that had a gun hanging on him strictly because he had a white face. That was it. Mm-hmm. Don't feed nothing else into it. This man walked in front of these big armored cars that had the lights, the blue light. Mm-hmm. The police is called a blue light special because no matter what color you see out there on the highway, just give you a little information. Yellow means rescue. You see a yellow light might be AAA, somebody a tow truck, whatever, Red could be ambulance or whatever, but when you see a blue light is the po-po all day, okay? Mm-hmm. In fact, in D.C., they keep the lights on in most cases. So people don't, you're out, you see a couple when the Metropolitan Police in D.C., the blue light's right on the head of them, on the top. Mm-hmm. Anyway, but getting back to that, this gentleman walked past these people with a long gun hanging from his neck. And like I said, the whole water exchange thing, like, it's almost like, when you look at the little town, what's it called, Kenosha? Mm-hmm. Kenosha? Sound like somebody, girl I used to date, and I think her name was close to that. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, but what I'm saying is that I'm making jokes, so I'm very serious with this. You see a man walking like that during the middle of a situation. He had on regular casual clothes. But the police, because he had a white face, just assumed that he's on their side. Yeah. And all the little side betting and side dealing that was going on with this group is going to be coming to town to help us. And I know the police may felt like it's a little town that they didn't really have the population or the forces that they needed. Mm-hmm. But who's actually helping you? You don't even know. But the fact that he comes with a white face, he's on our side. It's almost like, Vietnam. You got the North Vietnam and South Vietnam, but they all have slanted eyes. So who the hell do you shoot at? Mm-hmm. That's how crazy that war was. I mean, a person from North Vietnam who was at war with could put on a South Vietnam uniform and perpetrate the fact like he's on your side. Mm-hmm. Because, South Vietnam was down with the United States in the Vietnam War. But it's just, I cannot famish the fact that we let a guy walk by like that strictly because of his white face. How minute have we gotten in this world? How casual have we gotten in this world where people can just get away with stuff because of that? And then to kill 2 people in cold blood. And what I want to know is who got killed? What's their names? Who's their family? Nobody mentioned yet. Now, is that undercover until they get a good story for that one? When are they going to say they said 2 people was murdered by this guy? Who are they? What are their names? I'm sure the names are always pending based on notification of the next of kin. We know that. But now when we find out the next of kin, can we find out who was killed? Because chances are they were black. And they were killed because of the color of their skin. So you let a motherfucker walk right by your ass because he's white. with a gun hanging from his neck, who more than likely just killed 2 black people because of the color of his skin. So skin color seems to be the fucking ticket, the only ticket you need for survival. Isn't that crazy? So why the hell are we going to college to be educated? Why the hell are we trying to do the right thing? We're raised by our parents, our mannerism, and our the policies we live, and the cultures we have, and the values that we build. Why does that even matter? Because we got the wrong fucking skin color, then we're going to be rejected like black toast in a damn toaster. It's crazy. Think about it. Think about it. Let that incident that just happened let you see that what you can get away with your white skin and where you end up with your dark skin. Just think about that. That's all I got to say tonight.
All
Okay,
right.
now.
That was a good one, Papa.
All right. I appreciate that.
All right.
I did see that I saw the name somewhere. One of those guys was white. I'm not sure about the second one.
They said they were all white.
I need to see it on
Were
news.
they both
I need
white?
to see it on news
Yeah.
like anything else. I need to see it on world news.
Question. Why did they?
You know, I want to see it on world news. I don't want to hear it. Well, I thought, I think, I maybe saw. Fuck that. I want, just like we you know, I want to see everything in black and white. You know?
Yeah, I don't have the names of both of the people, but I did see at least one of the names released. I don't know what both names.
Like I said, that's one incident of that whole situation that really needs to be overseen. And they still are treating this guy, like you said. Didn't somebody say there was a GoFundMe account for this guy?
Yes. Oh,
this guy has
good point.
Somebody
has started a GoFundMe account for the 17-year-old
who shot at 2 people.
Gunman. They've started a GoFundMe for his defense fund.
Right. So if you
they're
started,
trying to say that it was self-defense.
Okay.
Self-defense. Okay. You got an AK-47, and I ain't got shit.
It was 2 people that got shot dead, but it was 1 injured.
Right.
Yeah, and what I heard.
And this guy going through, she's shooting random. And these are the same crazy people that I guess you know, and God bless the souls of those that passed with that. Those are the same people that will probably be going to these schools killing these kids. Now that the schools are closed, you know, they got their guns and they still crazy as hell.
Right.
So now they're gonna go they're gonna
and
follow violence.
This 17-year-old, they found on his social media page, he
Mm-hmm.
had some stuff on there about Trump 2020 and all of this. He definitely was a Trump supporter. Sure. And then, of course, once his page was found, they took it down.
Of course.
Somebody, whatever, it was Facebook or something, they took it down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm done.
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep. It's real. You gotta your eyes gotta be open today.
Yeah.
And you know, you ain't gotta speak on, especially on your job and everything. If you flag your coworkers and you see they got that little white tail sticking out of their pants, because sometimes that white tail will show. They'll say the wrong shit. You be like, "Ooh, damn! I can't believe you said that." But don't comment on it, because you're working. You need your job. You need your money.
Where'd that come from?
Okay. So if the white tail comes out while you're at work and your coworkers say some foul shit, just go put your face in a pillow and fucking scream or something, or go outside or whatever, or take a walk around the block or something.
Drink to that.
Do not comment on it. Don't confront them on it. Keep your job and make your money. Right. And save the radical shit like me when you get home. And get you a podcast like me and then talk shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Anyway.
Okay. All right.
All right.
We're gonna lighten it up a little bit. We're gonna get into the weird news.
Oh, okay.
What got over there?
Oh, I got one for you. This one's out of Berlin. Residents of a Swiss town got a bit of a shock when it started snowing particles of fine chocolate powder. Ooh, chocolate. After the ventilation system at a chocolate factory malfunctioned. This was at the Lindt company. Lindt and Spruganegli company confirmed local reports Tuesday that there was a minor defect in the cooling ventilation for a line of roasted cocoa nibs in its factory in Olten between Zurich and Basel. The cocoa nibs, which were fragments of crushed cocoa beans, are the basis of chocolate. So combined with strong winds that happened that morning, the powder spread all over the vicinity around the factory, leaving fine cocoa dust all over the cars.
Look, I'm going to have my mouth open.
Exactly. Go outside and open your mouth. The company says one car was lightly coated and that the company offered to pay for the cleaning that was necessary for the car, but nobody took them up on the offer.
That's funny.
And the factory production was able to continue as normal, and they said the particles were completely harmless to the people or the environment. And just so you know, the ventilation system has now been repaired. So there will be no more chocolate rain.
All right.
At least not over there in Berlin. It's chocolate rain in D.C., but no chocolate rain in Berlin.
Rain.
Yeah, not after that.
That's funny. Mm-hmm. And where was that? You said Berlin?
Berlin.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Oh, Lord. They have plenty of chocolate over there, huh?
The chocolate rain, anyway. All right.
What you got over there, Pop?
This is about a bad dog. Dog costs Mississippi officials more than $7,000.
What?
This happened in Liberty, Mississippi. A curious dog got hold of a fiber optic cable that ran between the county building and Mississippi, chewing it to pieces and costing the county over $7,000 in repairs because it knocked down the internet system and pulled out a whole, fiber optics connected to the telephones and everything else. And but the problem is that they don't know which dog did it. On the cameras, it was two dogs, obviously a male and female dog. I think they seen it, but the guy who sees dogs all the time, he says he sees his running mate, the female dog, but don't see the dog that he saw chewing it.
Right.
So they got the female dog, but they can't hold the female dog under no charges because she wasn't the one that chewed it. But how do they know which one chewed it? I don't know. Anyway.
He said, "I'm holding my man down."
So anyway, they're looking for it. So if you go to Liberty, Mississippi, there's a reward out for $10,000 if you can find a dog that chewed the fiber optics. So
okay.
I don't know how they're gonna do that. But,
okay, now.
All right, yeah, we are lighting it up. You're right, y'all lighting it up real. But I was saying earlier, boy, what y'all made me read. Mary had a little lamb.
Lighting it up.
I got a good one here.
Lord have mercy.
Okay,
a German
what you got?
nudist chases down boar who snatched his laptop. This is in Berlin. The German nudist had the last laugh after giving chase to
What is a nudist anyway? Can you explain to our audience?
People that don't like to wear clothes.
No, I just wanted the people to know.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So he gave chase to a wild boar that had run off with a bag containing his laptop. Pictures posted on social media show the naked man running after a sow and her two piglets to the mirth of fellow bathers at Berlin's.
So wait a minute. The wild boar and the boar's babies were running. With a naked man chasing them. A sow.
With the laptop.
Okay, the sow and the babies got a laptop in the back.
Y'all are lighting it up.
Here it comes.
Adele Lander, an actor and coach who says she took the pictures, wrote the pigs first helped themselves to somebody's pizza before grabbing the bag.
Of course they did.
When the owner realized what had happened, he gave his all and recovered it. When he came back with his yellow bag in his hand, we all clapped and congratulated him for his success. Lander said she later showed the man the pictures she had taken, and he laughed loudly and authorized me to publish them. Wild boars are common in the forest around Berlin and can occasionally be seen venturing through city parks in search of food. I mean, that's any damn animal.
Okay.
That's any damn animal. So.
But why is a nudist chasing a pig that's got his laptop?
Well, I guess maybe he was in the nudist camp.
Yeah, but he wanted that laptop back.
I haven't heard that in a long time, nudist camp.
Yeah. I guess they're still out there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up the I'm getting ready to say the nude.
Yeah, they're still out there.
The weird news.
The nude news?
The nude weird news.
No more cocktails for you, Redwine.
Oh, I'm about to get a refill.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back on the other side with moi. And I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Pajama Party Late Night Adult Talk Show. We've added a new segment to the show called the Kiss It List. Every week, we put people on this list who have done dumb stuff or have been irritating or just gotten on our or your nerves. So we call them out and put them on the Kiss It list, and we tell you why. If you have somebody you want to add to our Kiss It list, hit us on Twitter at @apajamaparty and use hashtag #KissIt, and we'll add them to the list. If you prefer to email your contenders, send them to info@apajamaparty.com. We'll call them out every Friday night at the end of the show, so get those names in. Now, let's get back to the Pajama Party Crew and more of the show. DJ, would you mind turning it up a notch? Oh, how rude. Oh, you're on the kiss it list.
Bonsoir, bonsoir. Bonsoir, bonsoir. This is Redwine, or as they say in Paris, Je suis vin rouge. Join me every Friday right here on A Pajama Party, where I'll get on my rant, sit on my little bar stool, and give you my opinion on whatever has been bugging me or whatever's on my mind this week. You don't want to miss it. I know I won't. So be here with me every Friday, Redwine, on the Pajama Party Show. Visit us on www.apajamaparty.com and check us out. We'll see you there.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm here with Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir. Oh.
All right.
It's a birthday celebration
I
for
know that's
Redwine.
right. There you go.
Ben Rouge.
I know that's right.
Woo, it's time for I'm Just Saying. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Poppa
Yeah,
D.
you're introducing yourself.
I was.
All right, next segment is Redwine with I'm Just Saying.
Okay.
Take it away, Redwine.
Thank you, Poppa DD. Merci beaucoup.
Au revoir, au revoir.
Okay, I'm just saying tonight, is it really the land of the free? Now, we all grew up being taught that America is the land of the free and the home of the brave, but is it really? If all men and women are created equal, why must we continually prove and fight for our equality? We're constantly in a position of having to prove ourselves in one form or another. And what I'm saying tonight is that we as a people are collectively tired of it. Is this really the land of the free? And if it is, why aren't we just free to be? There are people who have an issue, white people, with black people walking, hiking, traveling, swimming, picnicking, shopping, bird watching, napping, breathing, just existing.
Selling water.
Selling water? I mean, everything. Since when is any of that the result of being free? And let's talk about being brave. You know, since it's the land of the free and home of the brave, how much bravery does it require to venture outside of your door when you're black in America? More than it should. You know, I'm just saying, it should not require bravery to do the things that white people do in America every day naturally. Yet, we have to have the talk, I got my air quotes out, the talk with our children to educate them on how to deal with encounters with the police just to increase the probability that they'll come home alive if they get pulled over. White parents don't have to face these types of realities, but that's the flavor of freedom for black people in America. We have to watch where we go. We have to watch what we say. We have to watch to whom we say it, or we have to be prepared to take the risk that some vigilante or something might be offended by us and decide to take the law in their own hands. This is how the land of the free looks and feels for black folks in America. And again, I'm just saying, we're collectively tired of it. I'm just saying, is this really the land of the free? And if it is, why are we treated this way? When is freedom going to come for black folks in America? I remember once when a protester, recently it was, said that white people should be happy that we just want justice and not retribution.
Come on now.
Or revenge.
Okay? I'm inclined to agree. Or revenge, yes.
Revenge.
I'm inclined to agree. A race war in America would be worse than the Civil War. They don't want it. They may think they do, but they don't want that.
No.
Nobody would come out as a winner. But we can all win if we could just learn to live together. As Rodney King said, if we could all just get along, we just need to treat each other on an equal footing, equal basis. People are people. But here's the deal. Black lives do matter. I know people hear that phrase all the time, Black Lives Matter. Not more than any other. They just matter. They matter too. That's what people seem to not quite get. When you hear that phrase, Black Lives Matter, it doesn't mean more than any other. It just means Black Lives Matter also. So can we just stop having to explain what Black Lives Matter means? Can we, not have to keep explaining that? That's all I'm saying tonight. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying, if America is the land of the free, it needs to be free for all Americans. Everybody. Black, white, brown, yellow, translucent, trans whatever. It needs to be free for everybody. If this is the land of the free and the home of the brave, then damn it, let it be free for everybody. That's all I got.
Okay. That's beautiful.
All right, that was a good one. Hey, you're getting the claps in the studio.
Man, they wearing me out with this thing.
Yeah, it is very...
Double standards, like one of the callers said earlier. Can we get a break from all this double standard? We got to keep proving ourselves, and lives matter means as well, not only. Tired of having to explain that to people.
All right, man. You did a good job tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Back to the party. Woo, woo. Gonna kick it back over to Poppa DD, living for the city.
Man, I tell you, a lot of stuff you said, you took the words right out of my mouth.
It's heavy tonight.
It's heavy. It's heavy.
It's heavy.
But it's heavy with knowledge. You know, it's heavy to wake your asses up.
Oh, I agree.
I don't give a damn what your age is. I don't give a damn if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You need to wake the fuck up, okay?
Wake up.
Don't think you slick. Don't think you sly. Don't think you're glamorous. Don't think you're clever. Don't think you're pretty. Don't think you're cute. You ain't none of that, because you're looked at so undermined from people. And don't think because you're an educated black person or you wear the cardigan sweater around your neck and you got it tied in your neck like you're from Princeton, New Jersey, that your shit is, and you got your little white girl in your arm. So you're a nice little clever Princeton graduated black man. So, everything is cool. Oh, that's my black guy. He's so nice. He's so nice. But when she takes you in the wrong fucking crowd, brother, they're going to do your black ass in. Anyway. But like Redwine was saying, there's a song by Gil Scott-Heron. If you get the opportunity to get this song, it's called "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." Okay, the revolution. When you say the revolution, it's got nothing to do with being some type of throw your fist in the air with a pick in the back of your afro and all that jazz. The revolution means that shit is so hot that CNN will not be there to film that shit. Okay? When the streets get hot as hell and the lights go out, like Redwine was saying, if there's ever a race war, God forbid, when the lights go out, man. I mean, when the lights go out, it means that electricity fell. It means that what do you call that? When the grid went out. You know what I mean? When the grid goes out and it's dark, you know what I mean? You ever see that movie called The Purge? You know what I mean? When it's just crazy. You're not going to see CNN, the producers or the anchor man or the cameraman. They're not going to be out there. Are you kidding me? Not at all. They're not going to be there at all. Them jokers are going to be indoors with their family. They ain't going to be out there filming nothing. It is not going to be televised. So don't think, and that's what that whole song by Gil Scott-Heron, God rest his soul, is about. The revolution will not be televised. See, the sad part about it, we go back to the Civil War. The Civil War was against the North and the South. The South wore the gray, the North wore the blue. The South was all about racism, all about slavery, all about keeping people in cages and everything. The North was decent white folks, decent for those particular time frames, decent white folks that wanted a more perfect United States, more or less. But what the South didn't realize is that the North grabbed the slaves and gave them guns to help fight. And that's what won the war, is when the slaves bared arms. And when the slaves started shooting, and they picked up 4,000 or 5,000 more people by having the power of the population on their side, as well as giving guns to the slaves that was able to shoot them, they won the war. But when the South lost, they stayed down south, and they still honored the very generals that lost the war, and the people down south. When all the North people mostly went to the North after the war was over, but the South stayed the South. They put the statues up, and they perpetrated like they won when they lost that damn war fair and square. But they put the statues up, and they named stuff after stuff just to make it feel like, well, shit, we still going, we still alive. No, you got your ass kicked. But they named schools after it, they named this after it, they named streets after it. Mostly in Virginia. Virginia is the most granulated racist state in the world. Okay? In the world. Virginia is the worst. That state had more racial stuff, more slaves, more plantations. You go down to Williamsburg, down there where they got Busch Gardens. They still call that shit plantation. You go down to Busch Garden, you'll see the word plantation 9 times. All over the place. Every plantation Ferris wheel, plantation roller coaster, plantation bed and breakfast. I'm like, what? Okay, it's off the chain. But anyway, like Redwine was saying, I'm going to close on this. Different things you need to do. You need to use your slickness nowadays as a person of color. I want to use black. I'll take it for people of color because it's a color thing, like I said earlier. That guy was able to walk with that gun on his neck, and they didn't do anything to him because he had a white face. And he shot 2 people like it wasn't nothing. It wasn't even news until the next day. But use your slickness. If you're a person that's of color and you got some slickness about you, some slyness, some cleverness, use your cleverness around everybody, around your coworkers, around everybody. Don't let nobody know who or what you are. Be clever as you can be. You know what I'm saying? Be clever as you can be. Remember, you are truly a target. When you hear people say stuff on your job and all, when they show their white tail, showing their real racism, bite your tongue for a minute. Walk outside. Shake it off. Don't comment on it. Do not start a controversial racial argument on the job. Do not do that. Don't do it because you'll lose. HR will throw your ass out. Believe me. They swear that you incited it and that you're so into Black Lives. They'll turn the Black Lives Matter thing against you. I'm telling you what I know. Okay? Look at me and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, please. All right? And like Redwine said in closing, when it comes to the term Black Lives Matter, we should not have to explain what we mean by that. Okay? If you're so goddamn intelligent, thinking your race is superior, why I got to break down my damn intellect so you can understand some shit? That just go to show you they're not as intelligent as they portray to be. Every time somebody say, well, what do you mean Black Lives Matter? I done heard white folks say it all. Somebody say, Black Lives, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? That just showed me how stupid your ass is right there. I'm peeping you right there. And when you peep ignorance, thrive on it. Understand that person is ignorant, and just like they do with the cow, staple their ear like people staple their fucking cow so you know who they are. Put a reflector on it. Put a beeper on it. When you find the racist people in your office or around you or people you know, put a big-ass staple on their ear. Put a homing pigeon on it. Put a gyrometer on it so you know who they are, that it reflects every time they walk on their left foot or what have you. You know, stay in touch with it. When you recognize racism, don't speak on it, but recognize it. That's all I got to say to that.
All right, man. Hey, tag them and recognize them. I hear you, Pop.
Tag them like a cow, like a poop.
Like a cow.
Pig. You know, the farmers do it.
Ooh. Oh, boy.
Anyway. It's Redwine's birthday, by the way, y'all.
Hey.
29 and holding.
We turning it up.
29 again.
29 again.
All right. Well, let's go to the phone lines. We're going to pick up another caller before we move forward with Ketel and the Hollywood Wrap-Up. Right. Let's pick up a caller. Caller, you're live on the Pajama Party Show. Welcome to the party. Go right ahead with your comment.
Hey, happy birthday.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Thank you.
Here's me. I said happy birthday to the Redwine Fine 29.
I know that's right.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
What's
man,
going
y'all
on?
are on fire tonight. Man, my comment is just how on point y'all are tonight. I can't think of another way to celebrate a birthday than to bring it in, speaking the truth. Until
you know how we do.
I like that.
For it. I know how y'all do. Been listening from jump. Y'all have been all the way lit. Hold on, happy birthday! We got another happy birthday.
Oh, we got the peanut gallery back there.
All right.
Okay.
That's nice.
And to Poppa DD's comment, Poppa DD, I am with you. I ain't doing no more splaining to nobody else. At this point, if you're acting like you don't understand what Black Lives Matter means, this is willful ignorance, and it is not my job to teach you. So at this point, I realize you'd rather not deal with the problem by pretending you don't know it's the problem. But at this point, America has stood up, and the revolution, at this point, it actually might be televised. When you got, I heard you guys' segment earlier with the athletes that are finally standing up, walking out, hitting them in the pocket. This wave is different. This wave is different, and I know we've heard it before. We've been there before, but the action, the steps in the organization, I believe right now, I pray to God that this continues, and I am hopeful because the young people right now, when I was marching, I'm out here in California, when these protests are going on, even when the protests were dying off, there were white allies in the streets, there were Latino allies in the streets that were 13, that were 14, that are 12, and those are the people that we need in order to make this a long-lasting change. Those are the people that are telling off their racist parents when they get home about what they're not going to stomach anymore.
Oh,
so that is why
they don't even know their children. They don't even know their children. That's the sad part about it.
That's what we need. We need for them to go home and re-educate their parents and say, I know what you believe, but you're wrong.
Yeah. Because the kids are hanging out with hip-hoppers all day.
Yes.
And that's exactly what it is. They hang out with their black friends, with their brown friends, and they realize, wow, they're just like us. They have the same values as us. We like their culture. We rather go to their parties. So why all of a sudden are we turning a blind eye when they are being murdered? And so I think now that the young people are forming and standing up, and then you have the people that are the icons standing up, the athletes standing up. It's not to say everything's going to change overnight, but, I mean, I feel like we should be proud, but we just can't take our foot off the gas, and I'm counting down until 45 is out.
Yes, get him out of there.
I like that.
Let's hope it gets
Take
slaughtered.
Foot off the gas.
Let's hope it's a no contest
situation. We need everybody to get out and vote. Get him out of there.
Yeah, for real. Just to get a fresh
but
start.
That's all I have to say, y'all. Y'all are killing it. Y'all are killing it, and happy birthday.
Thank you so much for the call. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Be
all
careful
right.
out there in California, those fires and everything.
LA Cali holding it down.
All right now.
Hey.
I'll be careful.
All right.
We got you, Callie. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to shift gears and go to Ketel with the Hollywood wrap-up. You ready for us, Ketel?
Yeah, I'm ready. Come on, Papa.
You got to do his intro.
Hey, come on,
my horns messed up tonight. Go ahead.
There you go.
Okay, go for it.
Well, I thought we'd continue to chime on Black Lives Matter and everything else.
Get it in.
Check this out. Vanity Fair. Powerful cover for Breonna Taylor. Wow.
Yes,
the artist's name is Amy Sherrod. Producing this image keeps Breonna alive forever. She was commissioned by Vanity Fair for the monumental cover of its September issue. It's called The Great Fire. Revealed on Monday, the 24th of August, issue's cover features Sherrod's painting of Taylor, in which she is standing alone with one hand on her hip and donning a blue dress against a blue backdrop. This artist, she did the famous painting of Michelle Obama, which hangs in the National Portrait
I didn't know that.
She goes on to say, I wanted this image to stand as a piece of inspiration to keep fighting for justice for her. When I look at this dress, it kind of reminds me of a lady of justice. I heard that. Also, Keke Palmer, she's going to host the 2020 MTV Video Music Awards. Remember she played in the movie Hustlers. Did you see that, Redwine?
I did not see it. I heard about it.
It was a good movie. Keke Palmer. She also does the midday show with
Strahan.
Strahan, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's really doing her thing.
She is.
I appreciate her. I mean,
she did the TLC.
She's come a long way. Young girl, too.
I did see that.
Young girl.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of age on her.
She's doing her thing.
Right, she's doing her thing. Also, Brad Pitt, he's in the news. He's no stranger to high-profile public romances. The rumored relationship is getting a lot of attention. He's dating Nicole Pertulaski.
Yeah, those sexy German little
A foreigner?
I saw that.
Yeah.
A foreigner?
She's on the September cover of Elle.
You got him
Germany.
a foreigner?
27-year-old.
Oh, a young foreigner.
Has been posting about spending time with her quote-unquote better half over the past few months. Matter of fact, they're vacationing in France.
Oh, no.
Oui.
You better watch it, though. Crazy
Parlez-vous français?
I think crazy-ass Angelina going to cut his damn pee-pee off.
I'm not in that one.
Oh, well.
She crazy as hell.
And why are they doing a reboot of Bill and Ted? Bill and Ted Face the
I
Roses.
saw that.
Bite me with that.
You know, Bill and
That's
Ted
ridiculous.
was about them saving the universe. So number 2 would be rockers from San Dimas, California, find themselves as middle-aged dads still trying to crank out a hit song and fulfill their destiny.
Please.
But for one, when I saw that advertisement, I cannot believe that, what's his name? The one boy that he did The Matrix. He's the one that started Keanu Reeves. I can't believe that Keanu Reeves would go back in time like that when he is so busy been trying to project a grown image. See, because he had growing pains. I know the money will make you,
That's
you
about
know.
all I can say. Money talk.
That money will make you do a lot of shit.
Talk,
but Keanu Reeves has always, ever since The Matrix, he's trying to project him as like he's so full grown. You know what I mean?
Right.
In fact, he changed a lot. Him and the other boy, the one that played. Remember last time he was seen was Edward Scissorhands. What's that boy's name? The one that played the pirate and all that.
Oh,
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah. When he was back, I think Edward Scissorhands was the last movie where he was insane.
Right.
Ever since that, his ass is crazy as a bed bug also.
All I can say is money talk.
And same with Keanu Reeves. They were all decent guys in the beginning, but that Hollywood money got them both so fucked up. It's not even funny. But anyway, go ahead. I didn't mean to step on your segment.
Right. Also, you guys familiar with David Arquette?
Yeah.
He used to do wrestling. He's on a new documentary called You Cannot Kill David Arquette. He played in Scream and some other movies too. He has the whole family is famous. He said, I learned a lot about myself, about just the need to be kind and love myself. I've been beating myself up for so many years and just kind of holding on to a lot of unresolved pain that, through his process and through a lot of therapy. I learned a lot about what I want out of life and how to get it. So this new documentary, You Cannot Kill David Arquette, that's coming out.
Wow.
Also, Brandy and Monica, they're doing, Face Off?
Yeah,
Versus. It's called on Versus. VURZUZ, the battle on Monday at 8 p.m. So it's going to be Monday at 8 on Instagram and Apple Music also. Okay. So who would you guys pick, Brandy or Monica?
I'd have to go with Brandy.
How about you, Papa?
Brandy's got more going on, more music going on. Monica's smooth though. I like Monica.
I was going to say I'm a Monica fan.
Yeah, I like Monica's
I'm a
music.
Brandy fan.
But when they came out, The Boy Is Mine, I mean that was a hit.
Yeah, that was a big hit. But I still am going to lean toward Brandy.
Right.
Yeah, Brandy. See, when Brandy went to those sitcoms, she kind of fell off a little bit from her music. The one thing you can't do as a singer is you can't divert yourself from your true talent.
That's what she did.
That's what Elvis Presley did. That's what killed him. Elvis Presley started doing all those movies in Hollywood, and he got fat and stupid.
But but Brandy just put out a new album, and that album is good.
Okay, all right, I give you that. Okay, but I'm a Monica fan, so
okay. I don't know what Monica's been doing lately, but Brandy just dropped a new one.
She's on the TI series. With
is she?
TI family, yeah.
Okay.
She knows, yeah. And unfortunately, a sad thing that just came in about 20 minutes ago, actor Chadwick Boseman, who played the black icons Jackie Robinson and James Brown,
my main man,
before finding fame as the regal Black Panther in the Marvel movie. He died today of cancer.
Oh.
He's been battling
Crazy.
cancer for 4 years.
Who knew?
He was
Who
only
knew?
43.
Wow.
He was diagnosed with the prostate cancer.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, colon cancer.
Colon, yeah, he's
And that was
one.
4 years ago, but I'm quite sure they probably just kept it private
Yeah.
because, you know, it's
What's
a hard
his name
thing.
again? Bradley.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick
Chadwick
Boseman,
Boseman.
the guy that played in
Yeah.
Black Panther and
Yeah.
played Jackie Robinson
Yeah,
and all
I
that.
just want to hear his name again. He was just, you know,
Yeah.
the brother was
Chadwick
a,
Boseman.
Yeah.
the brother was such an
That's right.
accomplished
He was
actor.
just in The Five Brothers,
Yeah.
Spike Lee's movie.
Yes, he was. Where they went back
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
was it Vietnam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie?
Yeah.
I saw that movie. It was really good.
Yeah.
That's a hard
Oh, my
pill to swallow.
God.
He was only 43.
He was an icon.
Man, rest in peace,
I
my
agree.
brother.
At 43, you're right. He was an icon. I mean,
Yeah, he was.
just the roles that he had picked up. I mean,
Mhm.
Man,
Jackie
that would
Robinson,
hit below
he did
the
that.
belt.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Unbelievable.
them in Jackie Robinson. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Black Panther, I mean, you can't, I mean,
Yeah.
Black Panther?
I kind of noticed a little bit that he was losing some weight, but I mean, a lot of times, you know, people in Hollywood,
Yeah.
they try to stay slim because when you're on TV, it seems like, you know,
Or they lose weight for certain roles.
Right, that's true.
So you don't
right.
normally suspect
Right,
anything. You
that's
think,
true.
oh, he must be preparing for the next
Yeah.
role.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chadwick Boseman.
But you know, just like you said on the medical tip of that, like you said, colon cancer, and just like we mentioned before with men, when it comes to prostate cancer, those are two aspects that we have to check regular, especially with men with the prostate cancer. You know, that's you know, to get it early, to get a doctor that's really going to go in and check you out for real.
Wow.
But the colon cancer too, you know, those pallets, they turn cancerous very easy. And sometimes we shouldn't wait till we're 50 to go in early. I'm sure his situation made him go in earlier with the stomach pains. But that usually what goes on with colon
I'm
cancer.
so sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, God bless him.
My God.
God bless him, like you
God
said.
bless him.
Well, Poppa DD, can you, I'm sorry, Ketel, was that the last item?
Yeah, that was it. That was
Okay, wow.
Wow.
Well, Poppa DD, can you tell us what is the Kiss It list?
The Kiss It list is a list that we compile of people that showed their butt hiney over the last week or so, and we put together a whole montage of their failures and what they did wrong, and we got a song for them at the end of it. The first one I put on there is Jared, what's his name? Kushner, Donald Trump's son-in-law. That jerk off got the nerve to talk about the NBA players calling them privileged. He's sitting on $5 billion fucking dollars. So fuck you with your privilege ass. You got privilege. You got privilege in white skin. So you got the double whammy. Okay, got nerve talking about why they striking. They're so privileged. Please.
And I would add everybody who on the Republican National Convention that lied about what Joe Biden said he was going to do that he did not say.
He'll bring
I didn't even
crime
call
in the
them all
streets.
out. But I'm going to just say, all of you who lied, you know who you are.
And that black guy at the RNC had that red, white, and blue outfit on, that red tie,
Oh,
and
God.
blue shirt. He was with black for.
Well, I said all the
Trump.
liars.
What? No, but he ain't a liar. He's a fucking turncoat.
Oh,
Okay.
What the hell is his
All
name?
the turncoats and liars, I don't know.
I got a few. Jared Kushner, we talked about
Yeah,
him.
you got him.
Yeah.
Rustin Sheskley, officer, that shot the
Oh,
guy.
they shot the brother Blake.
Blake,
right.
yeah.
Kanisha Guard,
Hmm.
I forgot who that was, and the Wisconsin Police Department.
Don't forget about the guy that did the shooting. That little.
That was him.
Yeah, that was that
Yeah.
police
Rustin,
officer. She said him.
Oh no, I'm talking about the little young boy that killed the two.
Oh, the
The
17-year-old.
17-year-old that killed the
17-year-old,
two
yeah.
people, the shooter.
Yeah, that's
That
that's
asshole.
all I have.
Okay, anybody
and,
else?
Let's see, who else?
Oh, Trump.
Well, Trump, of course.
Oh, both of his sons, because they lied.
Oh, yeah,
during
they
the
were talking
convention.
shit. Arrogant, stupid as hell.
Kellyanne Conway, she lied. That other woman that was all overexcited.
That
who
was
lied.
Eric's girlfriend.
No, it was another woman.
Oh,
I forgot
okay.
her name.
No.
Okay.
Which one got the wife? Eric's married, and Donald Trump Jr. has the girlfriend. Or is it the other way around?
Yeah. By the way, Trump Jr. was suspected of being on cocaine with all that glassy eyes. He was up there.
Yeah,
People
he
said they
looked
thought
very.
he was on coke. I don't know.
Yeah,
He looked real suspicious.
Yeah, his demise is really gonna be questioned after a while.
Well,
he
he's
just
on
thinks
the
he's
kiss
too
it
cool
list.
with his beard and all that shit. He gonna fuck around and get some chlamydia or some motherfucking somebody gonna drop some herpes on his ass.
Well, either way, he's on the kiss
because he
it
just
list.
think he's able to fuck everybody. And
All right.
he's doing
Anybody
too
else we
much
got to
traffic.
add?
I think that's it.
Anyway.
All right.
Is
Well,
that it? Of
that's
all
it.
the shit this year, we only got about 5 or 6.
Yeah, this week is
all right,
short.
that's cool.
All right. Well, we have a prize for everybody on this week's Kissing List, and here it is.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine. Happy birthday, Redwine.
Yeah.
Her birthday is exactly Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour and 10 minutes. She'll be 29 again. And that's what's up.
All right.
All right. We're going to do a little birthday song that was sent. And,
Okay, well, let's do this one and see what we have here. Can we get it up? We're trying to get this to work.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you old thing from another world, you.
Oh, thank you, Porky. That's so sweet.
I didn't know y'all was that close.
That's my buddy.
Okay.
All right, well, it's time for the last word. So, Poppa DD, what's your last word tonight?
My last word, like I said in my segments, to stay aware. It's, it's not about anything but yourself today. Don't think you got to kiss your boss's ass. Don't think none of that. That's not even a part of the program. You have to save yourself and save your family. First and foremost, don't even worry about attaching yourself to anybody except people that are true allies to you in this world. Do not attach yourself to people that's perpetrating it, because remember, a lot of people got jungle fever. You know what I mean? They may just want you to hop on that brown chocolate. So don't fall for the okie doke, okay? Go for the masturbation. Don't go for the quick fix. You know what I mean? Just satisfy yourself. Push come to shove. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Just be cool. Don't go for the, please. Don't put yourself in any vicarious situation. This is not the time. Wait till the smoke clears. You want to be all, flamboyant and out there and do some risky shit. Wait till all this blows over, because it could be a trick. You know what I mean? So watch yourself.
Trick in a trap.
It's trick in a trap, really. Watch that tender trap. Anyway, that's a man thought. Anyway.
All right. Well.
How you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah, I see you rocking in your chair.
I'm feeling good. I'm just saying thanks for all the happy birthday wishes. I appreciate it. And I just want to say, for this to be the land of the free and the home of the brave, we all have to be free. And if I can't be free to be me, then I'm not free.
You're not free at all.
So, we just need to do what we got to do so we can all be free. That's all I'm saying. Over to you, Ken.
Got a lot of stuff going on here. This march today was very serious. And I hope
strong people.
Yeah, the young folks, I hope they took time out their busy schedule to check it out and know that this is of the emergency. The early voting is October 26th to November the 2nd. I can't stress it enough. You guys have to get out there and just vote. Yeah. Also, this Chadwick Boseman, this thing kind of blew me.
Yeah.
Life is short. Just
short.
Live your life.
Short.
Live your life.
And do what you got to do.
That's what I'm saying.
And bond with people that you trust and believe in. Don't believe the hype. Exactly. Stop falling for the lame compliments of people calling you cute and calling you sexy and you look nice. Fuck all that. If they not real and ain't got your back, don't fuck with them. Period. That's all I'm saying.
Do what you got to do.
And one last note to my sister, my friend, my cousin, my ride or die, Redwine, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, cuz.
All right, now.
That's my cuz.
You're going to get it in.
Well, you know, I
About
mean,
to refill.
I've been knowing Redwine a couple of years myself. I met her briefly. I was at a fucking carnival. They was guessing my weight and shit. I won little stuffed animal and shit. So the motherfucker went 20 pounds over. So, but Redwine was the next one in line. I turned around and said, damn, you a nice piece of motherfucking specimen and shit. And she said, get out. I'm always taking guess my weight. I'm trying to win a teddy bear for my child. So I had to move out of the way and keep it moving. But that's where I met Redwine at a carnival and shit. And we all got together with Ketel. We put together this show. But happy birthday, Redwine. You know,
Thank you so much. Merci
your
beaucoup.
spirit is off the chain. You know, your intelligence is impeccable. And you are a true, beautiful black woman, and I appreciate you immensely.
All right.
So
I appreciate
God
that,
bless
Poppa
you.
DD.
All right.
All right. Well, we thank you all for hanging with us tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks to our callers. Thanks to everybody from coast to coast, from the East Coast to the West.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do it again next week, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Bet channel.
9:15 CP time
There you
for all
go.
you latecomers.
Thanks to our parent company, DC Homegrown. We're going to get on out of here because we got to turn down for what? So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you again next Friday night on the Pajama Party Show, where we're going to do it again. We're going to keep it real, PJs only. Right. No clothes allowed. You know how we do. All right. Y'all say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Say good night, Ketel.
Good night.
And good night, bonsoir. We'll see you again next Friday night. Peace.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so. I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, grown and sexy.